YouTube family, what's going on? It's your boy Ty. For those of you that may be new to this channel, welcome. Here I talk about fashion, fragrance, and a variety of lifestyle topics. So, if you're interested in looking good, smelling good, just consistently showing up as your best self, go ahead, consider subscribing, and then make sure you hit the bell to stay notified anytime I post any new content. And today, back with another fragrance review that I'm really excited about. We have Gucci's Intense Oud. Gucci Intense Oud, y'all. This one is really good. Can't wait to get into the actual review, but I'll just go ahead and say this is probably the best designer oud on the market, or at least the best that I've smelled. Drop a comment below if you know of any other designer ouds that are really good or that you think could compete with this one. But for me, this is definitely at the top. So let's jump into the actual review. So Gucci Intense Oud, here we have the actual bottle. Really nice presentation, and what's inside is even better. Man, this stuff is fire, y'all. So again, to me, the best designer oud, with the exception of course, Tom Ford's Private Blend, the Tobacco Oud would technically consider those designers as well, but nonetheless, regardless, the best and an amazing designer oud scent here. Quick backstory, this one was released, I believe, in 2015 or 2016, and at the time of this recording, it's I'd say pretty hard to find. I'm not sure if it's officially been discontinued. I know you can't find it on Gucci's actual website, so if you're looking for this one or wanted to pick it up, of course can sample from a number of different places, but in terms of picking up an actual bottle, would have to go to a discounter like Joma Shop, Maxaroma, some of the different ones that are out there. But yeah, this one, Intense Oud, definitely one you got to get your nose on. So what are you getting with Intense Oud? In terms of the official note breakdown, it's a little long, and actually I don't necessarily get everything that's on or listed within the official notes, but just for the sake of this video, we'll talk a little bit about what I get most out of this, and I'd say definitely is that oud or dark wood. You also get some amber, some incense, some spice, I think from saffron, and then just a touch of sweetness. I know they list both raspberry and pear. Doesn't necessarily smell like either or both of those, but just, I'd say, an additional sweetness and warmth kind of on top of that amber. So all in all, very nice, smoky, sweet, resinous, just a beautiful scent. And for those that may be new to the fragrance community or new to the fragrance world and may be put off a little bit by oud, I would definitely say the oud that is in this fragrance is definitely more on the clean, again, just very woody, maybe slightly earthy side, but not at all is it pungent or off-putting, at least to my nose. To me, definitely one of the most or the most wearable oud that's out there. Again, from that perspective, this one does really remind me a lot of Tom Ford's oud would. Again, they don't smell exactly alike. I'm not saying they're one-to-one to each other, but just in terms of their approachability, the wearability, the versatility that both of those fragrances have, with a focus of oud and kind of it being on a cleaner, more mass appealing side, or at least as mass appealing as you get with oud. So again, for me, beautiful, smoky, sweet, resinous, dark wood, mysterious type of scent that just smells amazing. And this fragrance is pretty linear, so pretty much what you get in the opening is what you can expect through the mid and dry down as well. And in the opening, what you get, of course, is that oud, you get that amber, incense, and of course that subtle sweetness from the fruit. You pretty much get that again throughout the entirety. To me, the only kind of major development is the oud slowly takes a bit of a backseat, and to me the saffron or the spice is what's really ramped up a little bit more in the mid and dry down, and in the far dry down it almost even gives sort of a leathery feel as well. So I'd say that's kind of the only development that I really get on my skin. But all in all, in terms of how fragrances typically develop, I'd say this one's a bit more in a linear. So moving into performance and versatility, starting with performance, this one performs very well. I get easily 8+ hours longevity each time I've worn this one. And in terms of projection, it projects pretty good, I'd say, for the first couple hours. And to me, this is another one of those fragrances that the sillage is really where it's at, y'all. So Again, this is one where it just kind of lingers in your space and creates that really nice scent bubble, that scent cloud. And as you're, walking or maneuvering through a room or through a space, it just kind of wafts. It kind of follows you, and people catch whiffs and catch wafts of it. So this is one that, to me, really shines with the sillage, and one that I've received a lot of compliments with, even though I haven't worn it that much, as it hasn't been in my collection that long. So performs very well. And in terms of versatility, again, as I mentioned, in terms of oud and, oud fragrances, again, it can be, come off very, brash and sometimes pungent and off-putting. Again, this one is more on the clean, or I'd say wearable side for oud fragrances. And again, in that perspective, really reminds me a lot of Tom Ford's oud wood. So for me personally, I think this fragrance is extremely versatile. I think you can wear it pretty much year round, except probably in the highest heat, or in the middle of a summer, on kind of the hottest day. I probably wouldn't wear this one, but outside of that, I think you can pretty much get away with this one year round, though probably most suited for cooler weather and evenings. And in terms of situation or scenarios to wear this one, you can definitely wear it casually, but I think it definitely serves a little bit better, dressed up. So, whether you have on, suit, tie, collared shirt, polo, I'd say casual and above, even, cooler weather, a sweater, something like I have on now. Definitely think this, fragrance will complement that attire pretty well. And all in all, again, extremely versatile. These are just maybe the best situations and scenarios to wear it in. As I always recommend, rock what you want when you want. Whatever makes you most confident and, makes you feel your best and show up as your best, that's the fragrance for you. So moving into my final thoughts, Gucci Intense Oud. Y'all, this one is amazing. It's a beautiful, warm, spicy, woody fragrance with a subtle sweetness to it that just works. It just works, y'all. It's extremely versatile, performs very well, and one of those fragrances that you can just grab, spray on, and know that you're going to smell amazing. So if you're in the market for a new oud fragrance, or if you're someone that's, again, just getting into fragrances and maybe want to experience oud, if you like Tom Ford's oud wood, or you're looking for a more, wearable oud fragrance, I think this one can work for you. Gucci's Intense Oud, would definitely consider you checking it out, picking up a sample, as it may be one that you love too. So that's going to wrap up today's review. I want to take a moment to thank you all for tuning in. Again, know that you could be doing anything else, but you decided to watch, and I really appreciate that. As always, do me a favor, drop a comment below if you've ever tried Intense Oud by Gucci. Let me know your thoughts and experience with the fragrance. I'd love to hear about it. And until next time, peace and love.